With Season 1 of Test Drive Unlimited now available, we also got offered weekly events, and we have the first of these in the form of the Citroen 2CV birthday, and it's going to bag us an exclusive reward, which is a rain jacket that is striped, navy blue and white. Now, what actually does this entail in terms of the overall game? It includes 3 special events. Now, these are going to run for one single week, and then they'll be replaced with another set of special events. So as you can see, it says live event race 1, 2 and 3. Now, they're all in the form of a sprint race limited to 200 PR points, or of course the performance indicator of TDU Solar Crown. So here we go with event number 1. This is live event 1, and boy did the carnage unfold almost instantly. So we did have another player that match made with us. Unfortunately, he didn't move anywhere and dropped out almost instantly. So we're down to 6 other rivals in the race, and we're going to end up door banging straight away with Stuart here, who drives right into the side of us. Definitely much more competitive overall. The AI aren't absolutely, turned up on steroids, so thankfully they're much more balanced, but they will still push you about. We're then going to try and take our first shortcut of the race, which, definitely ended well. So shortcut number 1 was an absolute failure. We have managed to drop ourselves all the way to the back of the grid, currently in P7 with lots of work to do. These are 2 quite short sprint races. As you can see, the AI also having a hard time, as we see Chris just kind of flying about there. And then once again, we do manage to get the pedal to the metal and absolutely unleash the ridiculous speed of the 2CV before Stuart once again absolutely makes a mess of it and clatters himself into the wall. Eventually we would break free, reaching some serious speed. Almost 115 miles per hour in a 2CV is terrifying, but we're eventually going to get it across the line to take a win in live event number 1. Do you know what? Actually quite enjoyable racing these absolutely dreadful 2CVs. So since we're now in Season 1, the award screen looks a little bit different. Now, typically you would get XP, but of course I am not going to get any XP because I'm maximum level. But we're going to be awarded with points towards the, of course, special collector's item, as well as Solar Pass experience and money as well. So off we left to event number 2, putting all 280 brake horsepower down in the 2CV. Of course, I'm running maximum upgrades because, well, why not? And even that was a massive difficulty. So we did manage to get into live event number 2, and actually we got half a field of real world players, which was, I think, the first time this has ever happened to me in terms of Solar Crown. So at least we know with Season 1 that the servers are actually, I guess, starting to work. That's saying something. And most of the time you won't get in with anyone, but I did manage to this time, so not too bad. Then we did manage to take a fairly decent lead, quite literally leaving the opponents in our smoke, just pulling off some James Bond kind of move, leaving them in a smoke screen. So it was time to pull out a decent lead, and we managed to get a foot down on the straight upwards of 130 miles per hour, which was absolutely terrifying. Hit the handbrake and it all kind of went a bit wrong. We almost spun it around there, and that did allow P2 to start kind of, gaining ground on us. Now at this point, this is a very sketchy section. It's incredibly tight and very awkward. Again, the AI just being left in our smoke. However, we're going to have to push all the way to the end as we're going to head towards the beach to finish up this event. Very, very tight, a pretty decent road for the likes of the 2CV, but maybe not when you're pushing 280 brake horsepower. It was very, very scary to say the least. But we are once again going to take a win. Not too bad at all, as we do cross the line once again in first place. However, then I noticed something. I think the car must have gone into the actual lake or sea or whatever it is here, as they started to respawn in as other drivers were still coming across the line. So yeah, it's just absolutely ridiculous. On to event number 3 then, and we're going to start off on a very bumpy road, quite literally. In terms of the layout, this is absolutely my favourite of these 3 events. It does start off, of course, in the very sort of tight and twisty, bumpy roads to begin with. We're going to try and take a shortcut straight away here. And as you can see, at least this time we did manage to pull it off. However, it is also a little bit different for the fact it does feature a little bit of dirt right at the end, which is a very awkward section, especially after you come off another main road. That is where you're going to be hitting your absolute maximum top speed. As you can see, we've got our foot down and really pushed through this section here. We're already at over 120 miles per hour and approaching 140 miles per hour in our 2CV. We are going absolutely mental at this point. We're really trying to break that 140 barrier, so let's see if we can manage to do it. And we do, just before we get to this area here. Now, I did probably go a little bit too slow through here, very cautious, and we will come up to a very tight section where it's then going to put us on the dirt path to finish up this event. But at this point, we are absolutely flying. We're clear of the AI. We're having no trouble at all until, yes, it went very wrong. As you can see, from maximum speed to a hard braking zone, we did end up kind of literally falling off a cliff. So onto the dirt section here, it can be quite awkward. Luckily, it doesn't feature slick tyres on the 2CV, so your standard road tyres will suffice in terms of getting you around here. However, trying to put all 280 brake down from the front wheels of this thing is absolutely frustrating, as it will constantly try and spin up those wheels. So I do recommend short shifting through there. But there we go. That is all 3 events done and dusted for the 2CV birthday celebration. Do you know what? Honestly, whilst season 1 is, I guess, kind of disappointing overall, and we do have a few issues that I'm going to point out with the ranked racers, I do think the likes of these weekly special events are a great thing for the game. It's genuinely enjoyable trying out some of the more ridiculous cars in game, and I would love to see more of the likes of the 2CV celebration. So if you do want to do something a little bit different in TDU, away from the whole grind and leveling up, and you just want to have some plain dumb fun, then honestly the 2CV events are definitely going to be for you. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Peace.